Good morning, everyone. You know, there's an expression, fake it till you make it. The question is, does the Torah believe in faking it till you make it? So this week's parsha, we begin the construction of the tabernacle, the Mishkan, and the many vessels inside the tabernacle. And what's fascinating is that each one of the vessels, the holy objects, were actual and symbolic at the same time. So every one of them has lessons that the actual article, vessel, teaches us in our personal lives, because the ultimate sanctuary is our very selves. All of these vessels in the temple are vessels within our being, and we have to incorporate the lessons of the vessels. So when we go to the holiest vessel in the entire tabernacle, was the ark. We have an aron, an ark where the Torahs are contained. There was a box with the tablets in it. And the Torah describes it with the cherubim on top of it, quite beautiful. But the rabbis say there are three lessons you can learn from the ark. What's the three lessons you can learn from the ark? So the first thing the Torah says is that this box, and the Torah gives the dimensions, was layered with gold on the outside. So rabbis say a person's personality has to be golden on the outside, meaning that all of your external appearances, meaning your attributes, your character, the way you conduct yourself, interact with others, has to be golden. And even if on the inside you're not golden, fake it till you make it. Be golden on the outside, even if you're not there yet. There's a story told about a girl who was studying in a seminary in Crown Heights, and she went to the Lubavitcher Rebbe, and she was very bothered by her character. She felt she was very self-centered, very selfish person, and it bothered her that she wasn't the way she would like to be. She knew that her internal thoughts and feelings were very self-centered. So the Rebbe said, every night when you go to dinner in the cafeteria, in the yeshiva, in the seminary, before you sit down with your meal, go around the tables and make sure everyone has what they need. Serve people food, drink, cutlery, whatever it is. And even though you're, on the inside you feel like you're a selfish person, the outer actions we know affect the internal. So even if you feel, oh, I don't want to be a hypocrite, I know who I really am, you could fake it, because the deeds will make it. They'll bring about an internal change in your being. Your deeds affect your emotions and your thoughts and changes your character. However, step number two is, the Torah says that it should be not only golden on the outside, but layered with gold on the inside. And even though there was a cover on the ark, nobody could see what's inside. Why does it have to be golden on the inside? Nobody would spend money on making something golden that nobody could see. Rabbis say because you have to be tocho kabaro. Your inside should be like your outside, implying that your outside is always a little bit better. People put on a better appearance outside. They act a little nicer, they look a little happier, right? They want to put on a good appearance. That's good, but now you have to make sure your inside tries to match up to your inside, meaning you have integrity, that what you show to the outside world, which is step number one, now you try to inculcate it into yourself. But here's the most amazing thing. You would think if it's gold on the outside, gold on the inside, just make it solid gold. There are many objects like the candelabras, they're all gold. But now Torah says no. In between the two layers of gold should be wood. So there were three boxes, a gold box, a wood box inside, and then a third box, a gold box. The question is, why not just make it solid gold? And here the punchline of the lesson the rabbis say is that even if you achieve the level where you're golden on the outside, you're such a beautiful human being on the outside, and you have integrity, on the inside you're also a beautiful person. All your thoughts, all your feelings are beautiful. Remember in the middle to have wood. Wood is humility. Gold is everlasting. Wood is temporary, it's fleeting. It's humble, it's simple. Even if you achieve the perfection that any human being could achieve, always remain humble like the piece of wood on the middle. Your core, your essence, should be like wood, very humble. There's a story told about Shai Agnon, who was the great writer, Israeli. He won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1966. It's a big deal. Israel was a young country. They finally had a Nobel Prize winner. And as soon as they announced it, wherever they announced it, Switzerland, winners of the Nobel Prizes, Sweden, people from all the reporters descended on Shai Agnon's house to write a story, get the first response from him and photographs. An Israeli won a Nobel Prize. It was a big deal. Today, a lot of Israelis won Nobel, but that was the first one. And his house was flooded with reporters and photographers, and everyone was interviewing him. And then they said, Mr. Agnon, if you don't mind, sit at your desk, take a pen and paper, and write something, just like we could get a picture of you doing what you do, which is right. So he complied, he went behind his desk, he sat down, took out a piece of paper, and he started writing. And the light bulbs went off, all the photography, everyone's shooting pictures, right? When he got up, he walked away, and someone went over to see what he wrote. And he wrote a few words from the Yom Kippur prayers. He chose to write the following words: Afar ata vel afar tashuv. It says in the Bible, man comes from dust and returns to dust. So Shai Agnon wrote the words from the prayer of Yom Kippur. Adam yisodo me afar, man originates from earth, visofo la afar, and returns to the earth. At this moment of heightened glory and media attention, he wanted to remind himself, remain humble. You're just a human being at the end of the day. You may be golden, but remember the lesson of the wood. Always conduct yourself with humility and treat every person with the same respect that you would like to receive.